After treatment, I'm believing God for financial breakthrough so that I may go to India and get treated. Right now, I'm in such. I'm using catheter and I know I will live. This is where I was shot. I was shot there. I was shot there. After now, the leg has swollen because of the tumor. I don't know if the cameraman you can come this side. Now this is what's happening to me.
Right. CEO. Okay, now we're back. Yep. Naomi's baby. Remix. I had to do this song for you, man. Right. Okay, now I had to do this song for you, man. By flow. Yeah. Hata nikakupa pesa siwezi kukulipa back ulionifanyia diama. Hata nikajaza garage na magari siwezi kukulipa ulionifanyia ma.
My name is Wilson Kanoga. Above all, I'm born again Christian. I'm a father of 17 boys, not biologically, but I have adopted them. I used to have a children's home I used to have a children's home over 156 children. But when I became sick, somebody I was admitted, and the co-founder whom we founded with the children's home, they transferred the home to be theirs. So when I came back from the hospital, the home had already gone. So currently I'm a father of 17 boys whom I live with at my house. I believe in God after my healing. I may be having a big children's home. Kanoga, I was a former street boy. I lost my mom and my dad at the age of 2 years. I found myself in the street of Nairobi, where I was a street boy. I found where I was a street boy. Have grown in different street of Nairobi in Kenya, different town, not different street, different town in Kenya. Because if we could go to a place and commit a crime, we used to go to another town. Then after doing again another crime, we go to another town. So I can confirm that I was a street boy in different town in Kenya. And also before I became a thug, after losing my parent, I cannot say I lost my parent because I find myself in the street of Nairobi, but because of people keep asking those questions at babako mamako mwaiwaona uliwaona, where are they? I usually tell people I lost my parent at the age of 2, so that those questions cannot be asked. They cannot be asked those questions. In the street of Nairobi, there is graduation, and there is graduation. You come from one stage to another. So the first thing you're introduced to when you are young is glue, the sneezing glue. The second drug which you are introduced to is the aeroplane mafuta. From there you are introduced to bangi and other hardcore drugs. Now after circumcision, after that's graduation from child, now you are being introduced. As a small boy, we used to be used, by then there was no phones in Kenya. So what we used to do, as a small boy, you are being said by some bigger boys. You go to a bank somewhere, you follow someone who is going to withdraw money. After he has withdrawn money, you mark him behind. So after leaving the bank, you tell the big boys, they follow him or her to steal from the person. That was our work before now graduate to a higher level. Apart from that, there was taking an oath. We used to take an oath where you cut my finger, I take my blood, you take my blood, I take your blood. After doing that, the oath was, if anything happened, you should not disclose of any secret. That was the reason of oath. So I was raped, not twice. I was raped at the age of 7, left to die in Nairobi, a place called Kurubu Cinema. After there, I was rescued by City Council and I was taken to a hospital called Nairobi Women's. After being taken to Nairobi Women's after treatment, because I didn't have a place to go, what happened at Nairobi Women's? What happened to Nairobi Women's? They told me, you are healed. You can go back to you can go where you come from. Now, when I went back to the street, the humanity in me died. Now I changed from being a human to become something else. Because of the bitterness of being raped, I became someone else. I could not fear stealing. I could not fear doing any harm to anybody. Because now the humanity in me, the people I thought they could have saved my life, or they could have rescued me from those who raped me, they were the people to tell me, go back to the street, go back where you come from. Then from there, going back to the street of Nairobi, going back to the street now, the bigger boys they had already noticed I did not fear anything. We used to carry fares and knives before we graduate to guns. If I ask you for some, if I beg you for some, maybe I beg you for chips or something to eat, and unanita, you could be called, we mtoto wa malaya, umetumwa na mamako tuombe. What happened? I could harm you using the knife or the sharpen of the bottle. Then from there, that was the beginning. Now you are not afraid. Sleeping, we used to sleep in a sack under the bridge, Kurubu Cinema, or any street in Nairobi. You go and sleep under in a sack. You just sleep. You used to wear about 7 trousers. That year kwanza ikifunguliwa, the first one ikifunguliwa, by the time wakufungua ya tatu, because of the drug which we used to use, kabla ufikie ya tatu utakuwa umejisikia. That's how it was, and it was not easy. Unaenda kuomba mtu shilingi 5. By the way, chai ilikuanga shilingi 5, mandazi ilikuanga kobole. Unaenda kuomba mtu chai ya unaenda kuomba mtu shilingi 5, anakuita mtoto wa malaya. Hiyo jina ilikuwa inatuma sana, especially ujaiona mamako, ujaiona babako, na mtu anakuita mtoto wa malaya. So what used to happen, unachukua kisu tu unamdunga bila kuogopa, ama unamfanyia kitu kibatu. We used to sharpen chupa ya pombe. Tulikuwa tuna sharpen. What do I say? Nikikuomba kitu ninyime na kudunga nayo. So from there again, there was another, I got circumcised year 2000. Our circumcision was not like normal circumcision. Kutairi yetu ilikuwa nikukate unikate. And the day I got circumcised, hiyo siku asubuhi kutairi saa 8 kukatokea job. We went to steal Buruburu police station. Na kuiba Buruburu police station, tulikuwa tunaenda kuiba gani sisi? Tulikuwa tunaenda kuiba gari zenye zimepakiwa. Tunaiba wheel cab, side mirror. Wao wanaona tu chokora na vutagama amebeba kagunia. Lakini sisi tunajua kenye tulikuwa tunaenda kuiba. Tunaiba side mirror, wheel cab. Hizo ndio tulikuwa tunaenda kuiba. So from there, bahati mbaya kukatokea mama moja alikuwa amekujia polisi, wamsaidie kumzindikisha juu alikuwa na pesa. In the process, kuna mtu mmoja alituchanua akatuambia mama alikuwa na pesa mingi. Na sisi tukamfuata, tukaenda tukamuibia kabla atafute polisi wakumsaidia. Na after kumuibia, nilipigwa na mob justice. 6 of my members were killed on spot. 6 of my members were killed on the spot. I survived. Nilipigwa shoka ya kichwa, nikafaint. Wale wakichukuliwa kupelekwa mortuary, nikapelekwa mortuary, nikalala mortuary paka asubuhi. The following day kujisikia nikiwa mortuary, kila mtu alitoroka, wakaanza kusema street boy has resurrected. Nikienda street kila mtu alikuwa ananitoroka juu watu walikuwa wanasema stories zangu ziko zinaongewa, wakisema kuna kijana amefufuka. That's how my life was. Then from there I graduated. After circumcision I graduated. Mimi nilifundishwa kutumia gun nikiwa mdogo. I was very small. Nilifundishwa kutumia gun nikiwa mdogo na mtu alikuwa anaitwa Madheri. Madheri was my boss. Alikuwa kama babangu, alikuwa my role model. Yeye ndiye alinifundisha kutumia gun. Na kutumia gun, I usually tell young people, kuguza gun wanaonanga kwa movie ama wanaona polisi amebeba hiyo gun, anaona hii ni kitu ya maana sana. Hiyo gun ukiekelewa hata kwa mguu, it's very cold. It's very very cold. Ni baridi kabisa. It's very very cold. Na hiyo unapofundishwa kutumia, mwenye anakufundisha kutumia na kuambia vitu tatu. One, ujue kitu na hiyo kitu umebeba inaweza kufanya ukue tajiri. Number 2, umebeba kifo yako. Number 3, always ukibeba ujue inaweza kufanya mtu mwingine akufe ama wewe ukufe. So unapofundishwa kutumia tukifundishwa kutumia gun, tulikuwa tunakuwa prepared. Ukae ukijua kutumia hiyo vitu. Na hiyo ndio tulikuwa tunatumia, and hiyo nikajua kutumia gun. Alafu sasa ndio prove ushajua wewe ni mwanaume unaweza beba. Ulikuwa unatumwa kama kutoka base yetu. Kuna base kubwa tao mbili. Kuna moja inaitwa base ya juu kwa juu na base moja inaitwa Grove Cinema. Hizo ni zile za mikorahare wabaya. Base ya juu kwa juu ni pale radio station. Alafu Grove Cinema ndio ilikuwa yangu. So unaambiwa uchukue gun, uende paka Grove Cinema. Utoke Grove Cinema uende paka Kenicom, uibie mtu ukiwa peke yako, alafu urudi. Ukisurvive kurudi na hiyo, wewe already ushamachua kutumia gun, unaweza trustiwa kubeba. Na sasa hizo ulikuwa umepewa ukaibe, haikuanga hata risasi. So it's upon you kujisaidia maisha yako. After kutumia gun, sasa you join the big group. Sasa hivyo ndio niliweza kutoka sasa kwa nikiwa chokora bado kabla niingie kwa group kubwa, nikaanza kutukuza drugs pale Kenicom. Nilikuwa nauza not Kenicom. Sasa nikiwa chokora nilikuwa natumwa kupeleka, nilikuwa mdogo. Nilikuwa na bebea mikora sawa wale wakubwa gun. Naambiwa beba hii, tukutane place kama Kitengela na napewa fare. So mimi nimeweka gani kwa gunia yangu. Niko na kabiere ni guru. So mimi navuta kabiere kangu. Na kunywa kabiere kangu. Na nimebeba gunia, na kwa hii gunia iko na guns. Na ipeleka paka Kitengela. Nikifika na pea wenye walinituma, naambiwa kama mahali fulani tumalize job tukujie. Wakishakujia hiyo gun, wakishamaliza kazi yao wananiletea tena, wananiambia peleka mahali fulani. Na polisi wako wanajua because sasa huyu ni chokora amevanisha, niko na guru, wako wanajua. So after doing that for long, I was recruited now to join a bigger group. Na group yenye nilijoin ilikuwa inaitwa 42 Brothers. 42 Brothers walikuwa nini? Hao walikuwa mikora from different places. Tulikuwa tunaitwa 42 kwa sababu if one person die, tulikuwa tuna recruit mwingine. It was started by 4 brothers, but now all of us, because of taking an oath, ilikuwa sasa you are brothers. Already damu yako iko kwa mwili yangu na yangu iko kwa mwili yako. So that's why tulikuwa tunaitwa 42 Brothers. So from 42 brothers sasa kukifanyika kitu, kukifanyika mtu mmoja akikufa within the group, alikuwa anaongezewa, na mdosi wetu alikuwa General Madheri. Sasa from there, after joining big group, sasa hii group si drugs pekee. Hii group ilikuwa kuiba, kufanya vitu zote mbaya. Then I was introduced in raping. Mimi sijai rape mtu kivyangu ile like ni mimi nimemshika nikamrape. Tukiwa wadogo ulikuwa unawekelewa gun. Hao wakubwa wana rape, wanakuambia fanya vile umeona nikifanya, do what you have seen me doing. Unapata sasa mimi na rape, si rape juu nataka, na rape juu nimewekewa gun na nimeambiwa fanya kenye umeona nafanya. So unakuta umerape na sikupenda na it's not once not twice. After graduating from there unaanza kuuza drugs, na si drug dogo. Unapewa kitu kama cocaine, unaambiwa hii peleka Nyeri. Najua umevaa nguo ya chokora, unatumia kabiere, hakuna mtu atajua kama umebeba drugs. Then kuna dawa nyingine tulikuwa tunatumia stataja kwa, I will not allow me not to mention the drug on media. Kuna dawa tulikuwa tunaweka kwa tissue, naweza weka kwa handkerchief, naweza weka kwa tissue. Hiyo dawa nikikuja mahali kuna watu na nataka kuibia, ni kuangusha hiyo tissue, especially enclosed place. Nikiangusha hiyo dawa within 15 minutes, hawa watu wakinihelio dawa wanalala uzingizi wa jielewi. So tutatoka hapo tuibie kama ni kwa nyumba ya mtu alikuwa hajapika, tunapika chakula na tunakula, na hata tunabeba. Hata jua dawa inachukua, wamama anaweza lala more than 72 hours, mwanaume anaweza lala 8 hours to 12 hours. So tunatumia hiyo drug kuiba. So when I was recruited to this big group now, tukaingia kwa hiyo group sasa ya kuiba kwa manyumba za watu. Tukaingia kwa group ya kuhijack magari ningetumwa niende nijifanye nimepotea njia nikiwa mdogo. So driver innocently anakuja anasimamisha gari kujua nini mtoto anafanya kwa barabara. Kumbe hawa niko na wao washajua hii gari, wanatokea, wanachukua gari, wananiacha kwa barabara, wanaenda na mimi, wananiacha penye ninaachwa, wananiachia pesa, wanaenda. That was how life was kwa hii group yetu ya wizi. Have survived more than 3 times kupigwa na mob justice. Year 2002 I survived kupigwa. Tulikuwa tumetoka kuiba hapo, kuna banki hapo Nairobi University, na tulikuwa tumepewa hiyo kazi na askari. After succeed kutoa pesa kwa gari ya G4S ikileta pesa, after succeed kutoa, polisi wakatuvamia and we were 8 of us. 3 of my member crew were killed on spot. One of them is Ndua Jack, wakauliwa hapo on spot. So because tunakula oath, tukaambiwa kutoroka tukapitia hiyo njia museum. Sasa ni kutoroka, tunakibishwa na polisi, tunatoroka na tuko na gun, tunafiatua kwa hewa, polisi wanaogopa. And we succeed hata kufika Kangemi highway. There is on highway kuna barabara kuna kimegawanyisha. Tukakuta polisi kutoka ile side ya Kangemi wamefunga barabara, na kutoka hii side yetu wamefunga barabara. So in the process tukapigwa na mob justice sana. Tukaroliwa nguo, wakatafuta mafuta na matairi wakatuweka, na in the process ya kuchomwa sasa wamatafuta kiberiti watuchome. Kukakosekana kiberiti, mwanaume mmoja akasema hao majangili lazima tuwamalize. Kwenda kuruka ile side nyingine kwenda kununua kiberiti, akirudi na kiberiti, gari ikakuja kama imekimbia ikamgonga, and the guy akaanguka hapo. Mama mwingine hapo akienda kumshika naye akagongwa na gari ikatoroka. So watu wenye walikuwa wamegojea kiberiti ili watuchome, remember tumemwagiliwa mafuta, tumeekelewa taya. So wale watu wakigoja tuchomwe, wenye walikuwa wamekuja ndio watuchome, wakasahau na sisi, wakaenda ile side kuokoa ule mtu. Sisi hapo ndio tuliponyoka Kangemi, tukaingia kwa slum, na that's how we survived. Nikasurvive na risasi, nikarudi street, tukajificha siku kadhaa. It was all over newspaper ati tumetoroka tukichomwa na mafuta. Hiyo siku tukiingia Kangemi, ati mafuta kibiriti ingepatikana tu yakisho kidogo tu tungekufa, lakini Mungu akasaidia tukukufa. Me usually say it's God, because watu wengi wanasemanga ni shetani. Mimi siwezi kusema ni shetani, because if it was the devil, today I could not be alive to give the testimony. Today ningekuwa nimekufa kitambo, just because of God that day he had mercy on us. That was number 1. Number 2, tukaenda kuiba kwa mtu mmoja alikuwa mashuhuri, alikuwa anaitwa Kelisi Murungaru, alikuwa minister. Tukienda kuiba kwake, kumbe kulikuwa na GSU one of our member were killed on spot. Hiyo ni kifo ingine ni mwai survive nikiona hivi na macho. We were able to steal 2 million. Na speaking the reality is hiyo 2 million haikutusaidia hata shilingi. Tunagawana, after kugawana mnaenda remember uwezi komboa nyumba, uwezi komboa nyumba, uwezi oa, uwezi nunua gari. So hizo pesa zilikuwa tuza kutumia madrugs, kungara, kulala kwa mahoteli kubwa na kulala na different women. So hizo pesa pia hawa waizi tu wenye tuko na wao, remember some of them walikuwa na wazazi. Sisi wenye hatukuwa na wazazi ndio tulikuwa na shida. Juu sasa sisi wenye hatukuwa na wazazi, hauna mzazi utapelekea. So zako ni ulale hoteli, yako ni ulale hoteli kubwa. After hoteli kubwa ulale na wamama uvae. So hao wenye walikuwa na wazazi bado walikuwa natuibia. Juu anajua uko na pesa, anakuja na kusaliti, anakuwekea kitu kwa drink ama kwa food, unakula unalala, anakuibia yeye apelekee wazazi wake. Kwao kunaendelea. Some of them hata walikuwa na maplot, but sasa sisi wenye hatuna wazazi, sisi pesa zako tu ni hizo kazi mbaya. So again I survived that. Na imanishi sikuwa na shikwa. I'm not testifying here so that a young person can go and steal, can see you are superior. You are not superior. Even us, we were not superior. Kuiba, it was niba it. Mnaweza amuka na mtu. It was so painful. I don't like repeating that one. It was so painful. Mumeamalala na mtu kama best yangu ndua. Mumelala vizuri mkipiga story. Mumeamuka morning, mmepiga. We used to pray our Father who art in heaven. Tumeomba dua, tumeomba our Father who art in heaven. Alafu mnasema mnaenda job. Unasikia mtu mlikuwa na yeye, either amerudi akiwa kiwete ama ameuliwa na mlikuwa na yeye. Something painful is when someone is being killed under your watch. Na huwezi fanya anything. So young people who are watching this, kindly, I'm not here to support you in stealing. I'm not here to tell you drugs are good. Today, when I talk about drugs and you natumia, after using akina cocaine, ndio hizi huku. Ini shindano na cocaine tulikuwa tunajidunga this cocaine. Ini cocaine tulikuwa tunajidunga, ini shindano na cocaine tulikuwa tunajidunga. After using this cocaine and brown sugar, at the end of the day, today, I'm using very expensive medicine just because my body became a resistance of drugs. My body became a resistance. I will be showing you. Allow me to show you. My body has become. My body became a resistance of different drugs because of the same. So again, these are the tests done from the Aga Khan Hospital. These are tests done from Aga Khan Hospital, where my body have this. These are my tests to confirm what I'm saying. My body has become a resistance to 90% of drugs, which I can no longer use. Not because it's my wish. It's because of the drug which I used to use. My body now became the resistance to it. That's why I don't advocate for young people using drugs, because when we reform and stop using drugs, now this thing will come to you later and it will affect you. I could have been healed early, but now I suffer because of the effect of the body have resistant drugs. Now what next? What are you going to be treated on? The drugs which I'm using currently, Kenya shillings, say 28,000 Kenya shillings per month, and it is very expensive to afford. You can imagine, when you are not working, you depend on well-wishers, and the drugs come to 28,000 per month, which is very hard for me to afford. And that's why I'm telling young people, kindly, it's not easy for you. The drug does not help. When it comes to stealing, I have 17 boys in the house whom I have adopted from different streets of Nairobi. I usually take them to their graves to show them, here is where we buried Ndua, my brother. Here is where we buried Jack, my brother. Here is where we buried Kama, my brother, in the crime. And it pained me when I got with them in the graves here at Rangata to show them where I buried my brothers just because of criminal life. Today I'm crippled because of the same. I'm crippled because of the same. And I know someone there. We were 42 brothers. Today 39 have been killed. We remained 3 of us. Although we are ministers, one of us is called David. He's in US. He's preaching Jesus Christ. The other one is called Jeremiah. He's a gospel musician and is also a minister of the word of God. He is in Dubai. Yes, we are transformed to transform others' life. But among 3 of us, we are myself, I'm suffering. Is not easy. So from there, stealing after joining this big group,
right. CEO. Okay, now we're back. Yep. Naomi's baby. Remix. I had to do this song for you, ma. Right. Okay, now I had to do this song for you, ma. Flow. Yeah. Hata nikakupa pesa siwezi kukulipa back ulionifanyia diema. Hata nikajaza garage na magari siwezi kukulipa ulionifanyia ma.
Now, my brothers who have survived, it's not easy because all of us, we have some challenges, except now somebody like David, who is a preacher in US, he's okay for him. But Jeremiah, one side was affected because of the people being beaten by mob justice. From there, the situation became worse because now the more you are growing. Remember when I was selling drugs and carrying drugs, and even guns, kusaidia watu kubeba gun, transfer from one place to another, I was still young. Now I have grown, I'm big. Now you are part of the part, and the part when ni mmoja wa group, wakienda kuiba we umepewa kazi. Kama utabeba gun utabeba. So saa ikakuwa like saa uogopi, you have been trained, you can do anything. Now one thing I thank God, one thing I thank God is I have never killed. I have witnessed people being killed, but I have never killed. I have witnessed people being killed, but I have never killed. That's how God saved me. And God helped me not to enter that. God needed me. Na nikiwa street, mtu kama Bishop Margaret, I will allow me to mention, mtu kama Bishop Margaret wa Njiro, nilikuwa nambebea speaker. Huyo ni mtu mwenye anaweza toa testimony. Hata kabla aanze kukua the way she is today, she usually, I'm encouraged when I see her. And I usually have hope that God can lift someone. Bishop Margaret Wanjiru, when she was preaching at a place called Aga Khan, in his slippers, red slippers za bata, tulikuwa tunabebea maspika, tunampelekea kwa kanisa, mahali anaenda kuhubiri, anatupea maziwa, na mikate. Then after there we go back to street. People could come, take photo with us, promise us to give us hope, to give us a house, to give us a place to live. At the end of the day, after taking photo with us, walikuwa natuacha to street. Ukiachwa street, what happened to you? I remember there was even preachers who used to come to us. They preached to us, wanatuhubiria, tunaokoka, we could give our life to Jesus. Tunawapea bangi, tunawapea drugs, tunasurrender all bad things zenye tulikuanga nazo, condom and what have you. After kuwapea, wewe umeokoka, huyo mtu amekuacha street. And street, for you to sleep well in those under bridge, for you to sleep well in those veranda, you must have used good drugs. You must use drugs so that ukilala usijijue, so that ukilala penye tu utalala, you don't care what will happen, we ulale tu. So what will you do? Na mtu amekuambia umeokoka na amechukua vitu zako na ameenda. The same after that day, the same evening, you go back to stealing because you have nothing, you have no one to go to, you don't have a place you call home, you have no one to give food. So it was upon you. So year 2002 again, after being circumcised, there's something happened. President Moi was giving power to Kibaki. Before that, we were able to enter the State House, 6 of us, trying to go and steal the cocktail of gold. As we were leaving the place, we did not manage to steal. Before we left, two of my members were killed. Again, I survived. Year 2003, after trying to steal, we joined another group again. We used to go to burial, to, I don't know inaitangwaje, kupanga matanga. We go there, unasikia watu wakipanga maombolezi, unasikia sanduku ni ya pesa gapi. Tunapewa hiyo kazi. If the coffin was more than 250,000, tunaenda tunaichimbua the same day, tunaenda tunauza, tunarudisha pesa. By the way, hakukuwa na kazi rahisi kama kuiba coffin. It was the easiest job, especially when you get a place whereby people have already buried na wameenda. If it was cemented, tulikuwa tunakuja the same day, ndio kama ijakauka tunachimbua pole. Remember, there's a drug we used to use. Tunawekea wanalala, tunachimbua pole, tunarudisha mwili, tunabeba coffin. Year 2003, after unsuccessful kuiba kwa Chris Murungari, tukashikwa, tukapelekwa police Parklands. From there tukapelekwa kotini, tukapelekwa Shimolatewa. Tukiwa Shimolatewa tukapewa job. We were told there's a very good person in Kenya who have passed on. Former Vice President Kijana Mike Wamalo has passed on, and he will be buried in a place called Kitale. So in our process, we said kuna job imeletwa. So the person who paid for us cash bill had paid akatupe kazi. So we were to walk from Shimolatewa, Mombasa to Kitale to go and steal the coffin of former Vice President Kijana Mike Wamalwa. So this one is young people, those who just steal the phones, and you think when ni mnoma umefaulu kusnatch simu ya msee. Hiyo ni ufala uko nayo. Me have seen my brother Jack stealing a phone from someone who had a gun, and he shot him and he passed on there. I've seen, we have gone to steal a place. We pretend we have come to steal somebody who is dead in his morgue, but we have been given work to steal something from the morgue. So when I'm talking to young people, it is you to decide. The life is yours. It's the way you make it. It's the way you decide, because life is yours. Life is not ours. And always remember, in whatever you do, life is about you, not us. If you die, it is you who will die. If you are injured, it is you who will be injured, not we. It is you as a person who will be injured. When you suffer from the consequences of the crime you have committed, it will not be us. When you are put in that community maximum prison or any prison in the world, it will not be us, but it will be you who will be taking the responsibility of your action. So that's how our life was. Then year 2003, after being given that job, we were tukaachiliwa. The nini was paid, the cash bill was paid, tukaachiliwa, and the following day we were supposed to travel. By the time former president called Kibaki arrived in Kitale, we were already at the home of former vice president, a place called Milimani. We had already surveyed the place, and we were 8 of us, and every one of us had a gun. Not 8, we were 12, and every one of us had a gun. Every one of us, not everyone, 3 of us had guns. So in the process, that we did not manage to steal the coffin because of the security in that place. And remember, if you are given task, kama tumepewa kazi na wakubwa wetu kose kumaliza hiyo kazi, all of us, we were in big problem. The punishment was severe. You better have gone to steal, you die there rather than coming back. You will be done a lot of harmful things. Some of you usually see us, and some of you, I don't know the word I can use. Unachukuliwa sabuni inasukumwa, unaekwa huko nyuma inasukumwa kabisa, and it is you are circumcised, and your private part is being wanachukua karatasi ya lion. Nowadays I don't know if the karatasi still there. Inaakishwa hizo, ungeteswa, kafadhali ungekufia huko kuliko kukosa kuwa successful kwa mission. So in the process of coming from my Komarwa's place, the GSU were guarding there, they realized we were criminal. And 6 of my members were killed. I was shot my second bullet. I was shot. And after being shot, police wakanichukua. Wakanipeleka Kitale Hospital. From Kitale Hospital, as they were waiting to do, as I was waiting to go under surgery. Nikiwa hapo nje nikigojea kwenda kufanyiwa surgery, nikadanganya polisi na daktari nataka kwenda choo. For them, they knew because I was shot, I cannot run, I cannot do anything. Nikapelekwa choo, wakaniacha ndani ya choo, na choo ya Kitale, I don't know kama it change has been, I've never gone there again. Kulikuwa na very big wide window. So I jumped from the window behind, took a matatu, went back to Nairobi, where now I was selling drugs. I was selling drugs at Kenicom. Nilikuwa nauza dawa za kulevya pale Kenicom, nimekalia wheelchair, nauza drugs, na pia nilikuwa nawekea watu guns na kukombolesha gun. Mtu akikuja ananipe 3000, nampe pistol na risasi moja, anaenda anafanya kazi yake, jioni ananiletea, because now I could no longer run, I could no longer do anything. But now I was there as I continue healing. From there was another job that came again to steal within. There is Cooperative Bank near Jivaji Garden. When we went to steal there, it was on a Sunday. When we went to steal there, the police who had given us job again turned against us, and 2 of my members were killed on spot. I remember very well, Bishop Muiru was preaching at Huru Park. We went and hid, tukaenda tukatoroka, tukajificha kwa crusade ya Pastor Muiru pale Huru Park. So akihubiri, as he was preaching, he kept saying, kuna waizi wako hapa, if we don't give our life to Jesus, tunaenda kukufa that day. So we thought anatuona, and we surrendered our life to Jesus that day, so that we may not die. Immediately after we surrendered our life to Jesus that day, on the pulpit, tukashukuliwa na polisi haraka na tukatepelekwa Central Police. From Central we were taken to Kamiti Maximum Prison, Medium Prison. In the Medium Prison, former Vice President called Mudawori, he came to the prison to visit. And as he had planned to come and visit at the prison, I remember there was a shairi, a poem. Kuna shairi nilikuwa nimefundishwa I will represent before him, for him. In the process ya kwenda kupresent hiyo shairi, I forgot kila kitu nilikuwa nimefunzwa. I start narrating my own story, how I went to the street, how I was raped, how I have been shot, and how I wish I could be not alive. And it made Mudawori to feel so pain until he cried on camera, because it is there. He cried, and he asked us, me and some of my brother, 4 of us, we had made na tumeshikwa tumekwa community. He asked us, mkiachiliwa mtataka kuwa nini? Myself, I said, if nikipata second chance, I will become a priest. Then I gave my life to Jesus now very well. I renew my salvation in Christ when I was in prison. It came a time when Mudawori alipoenda, aliandika barua na akatusaidia tukaachiliwa. Tulipoachiliwa, me, myself and my brother Jeromash, tulikataa kutoka Kamiti Maximum Prison. Tulikataa kutoka. Tuliambia polisi hatutatoka, because tukitoka we were going to be killed. So we decided to remain in the prison. 2 weeks later, Mungu akasaidia, tulitafutiwa mahali pa kupelekwa. Wenye walitoka mbele yetu walienda wakauliwa. Wenye waliachiliwa walienda wakarudi kwa wizi, and they were killed. I remember my boss, who is General Madheri, he was killed he was killed. Walipouliwa, now we don't have any big person to protect us. We were taken to Ruakabeta Proof School. From Ruakabeta Proof School, we were taken to Amoma Proof School, where again I was adopted by Bishop Muiru, being brought up at Maximum Miracle Children's Home, where I went back to school. I have never studied from class 1 to 7. I started my education at class 8 in a school called Kawagarrison. I managed to get 305 marks. Through the power of God, I went to high school. I did not pass my KCSE, I failed. I got an A minor. I have gone to university. I'm a graduate of human psychology. Back 2018, my body started bringing the problem. Mwili yangu ikaanza kuleta shida. I developed something called chronic osteomyelitis, which was caused because of kupigwa na mob justice. Sikuwa natibiwa hiyo time. Ukipigwa na mob justice unatoroka, so sikuwa natibiwa. So unajua ukiwa mwizi wezi enda hospitali, so ukishavunjwa mahali wewe mwenyewe ndio unajitibu na kukutumia drugs mingi, unafungwa na the other street boy. So after drugs shaisha kwa mwili, it's when I started experiencing some problem with my body 2018, and I started going for treatment. Risasi moja ikaweza kutolewa, hiyo ingine ikasemekana iwezi tolewa. Ya 2020 my body became worse. I developed from chronic osteomyelitis, it developed bone tumor cancer because of the kupigwa na hiyo, because of the risasi ambayo ilikuwa na mercury. That mercury is the one who have affected me. So far siwezi nikakatwa. The doctor said siwezi nikakatwa hii, siwezi nikakatwa because already nikikatwa, siwezi nikakatwa, nikikatwa it has spread. So what they have decided is to remove bone tumor and help. It's to remove bone tumor. What they have decided is to remove the bone to remove the tumor. Then from the tumor I will be able to, I can be able to be okay again and go back to my normal. One of the things currently I'm using catheter. I'm not using catheter because I'm using catheter because after niliweza kupigwa na mob justice na wakaniharibu. It damaged me because of that. Now I'm using catheter, but after treatment I'm believing God for financial breakthrough so that I may go to India and get treated. Right now I'm using catheter and I know I will live. This is where I was shot. I was shot there. I was shot there. After now, the leg has swollen because of the tumor. I don't know if the cameraman, you can come beside. Now this is what's happening to me. So far, I've gone through 24 surgery. This confirmation. I have gone through 24 different surgery from different hospitals. These are the documents to confirm that. From different hospitals, starting from KU Referral Hospital, Kiambu Hospital, Nairobi East Hospital, War Memorial Hospital in Nakuru. I've gone through 24 different surgery from different hospitals so far, and successful until it was confirmed I can go to India for further treatment. And that's what I'm appealing. I'm appealing to all well-wishers. I'm appealing to people of God to intervene and save my life. I'm in need of 870,000 for my treatment so that the bullet can be removed, the tumor can be removed, and I can go back to myself. Today I cannot do anything for myself. I cannot move. I'm just there. But I'm believing God for his breakthrough. I'm believing God for well-wishers to intervene. Anybody who is there and willing to help me. I have 17 boys in the house. They need school fees. They need something to eat. We live in a rental house. And sometimes it's very painful when you see them depending on you on food. And you cannot afford food. You cannot go to work. It's very painful when you see them sleeping without eating. And it's not your wish. It's because I can't do anything right now. Actually, I was looking for someone who can come and take all of them. Because among the 17 of them, 5 of them, they are HIV. They need to eat food so that they may take their drugs. Within the 17 of them, I have 5 of them who are 2 graduated last week. One will be graduating on 21st, 2023, December at Moi University. with the Bachelor of Law, Moi University. The other one will be graduating at Nairobi University with sociology and criminology. That's what the work God have given me. Even if I'm willing to give them out, I don't want to give them out because I want. I'm giving them out because I can no longer provide for them. I can no longer be there for them. I'm incapable even providing food for them. I'm incapable of everything. Like right now, where we stay, have been given a notice by our landlord to vacate. I don't know where to take them. And those who are judging me, I kept being called by names by people telling me whatever I'm suffering from is the punishment from God. Me, it's not punishment. God have already forgiven me. So I know it's not punishment from God. I'm a conqueror and I will overcome. I only need the chance to live again. I only need the chance to put a smile on a needy child. I only need a chance to tell young people outside there, drugs cannot benefit you. I only need a chance to tell the people outside there, it doesn't matter where you come from. It's upon your life, not someone's life. It is your life, it is your life, and it is your life. Any challenges that come, every responsibility that happen to your body, those who think stealing and being put to prison, they are men or it will make them to become popular and strong. You are wrong. Those who are inside there, they are willing to come outside and change their life. That's what I'm going through. I'm appealing to any well wishers. I'm appealing to people of God to intervene and come to my rescue. Come to my rescue. I will give my contact there. I don't know if I'm allowed. Anybody can reach me out. My phone number is 0723 706729. 0723 706729. All social media is Wilson Kanoga Mwaura. That's my name. Those who are in abroad, USA, you can use Wave. Wave, you will use the same number 0723706729. It will give the name Wilson Mumia. And I keep requesting and appealing to anyone who is helping me. For the sake of these innocent orphans I stay with, I just request anybody to come and intervene and pay my hospital bill. It's 870. If you can pay it all, I will give you the hospital account. You deposit direct to the hospital so that I can be treated. Those who are doubting Thomas, I can give you the hospital account. You pay to the hospital direct so that I can be treated. Those who are willing to come and support and help me even to pay school fees for only one child, or even two, if you are capable to pay school fees for any child, I welcome you again to my family. I welcome you to my life. It's not me who are going to give the money. I will give you the school's account where they are schooling. You pay direct to the schools so that they may have good life. So that's my appeal. And I thank you so much, Nelson. I thank you so much, Nelson, for your intervention, even to coming to hear my problem. I thank you so much. You have been a blessing to my life since we met through social media. You have made me to step on the other side. I started my chemo because of you. I started my journey to India because of you. God bless you so much. Thank you.